Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a mid-July money and career tarot reading. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you in this moment to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how it resonates, or some emojis. And don't forget to subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. And more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, the message that came through was, I never expected this. I never expected this. Feeling a bit of intensity come over the energy-wise in this reading so far. But let's shift things on over so we can begin. As I shuffle, you might feel like things are a little bit hectic or a little bit overwhelming within your work environment, just a feeling, even if it's just mentally at times. But as I shuffle, keep in mind, general mid-month reading for the sign of Gemini. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, given it is general. If whatever placements work out for you, it all apply, excuse me, as I speak very quickly. And if you're here to hear about a Gemini, more than welcome to join. But as I do a last and final shuffle like this, I'm as well accepting a request at this time for personal readings. So all you gotta do is shoot down to the description box where you will see all my information, the pricing, options, and my email. So just reach out, I'll get that started for you, okay? For my lovely Geminis, for their money and career situation, mid-July. For Gemini, thank you, Spirit. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Gemini, money and career, wow. Really need to go with that one first. Whew. Yeah, I mean, it just feels quite overwhelming, but at times a good kind of overwhelming, right? We're gonna reverse these. The Five of Cups, there's a reason why I just turned that upside down. Are you finding it really hard to not focus on your certain past failures and difficulties within your career, certain past financial decisions? Feeling like you at times did the wrong thing or made the wrong choice, said the wrong things, but it's like nobody's perfect, right? You're accepting more so moving forward that you're learning, you're growing, and all of which that you've gained from those experiences, the ups and downs, can be utilized to benefit your situation instead of kind of at times mentally focusing on it, sitting in it, sulking in it, and hindering yourself in the process. Interesting. You might find that that is sort of highlighted to a certain extent. We're going to keep shuffling for the last one. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Last and final card for the spread for Gemini's money and career for mid-June, mid-July. Interesting. A lot of your past decisions and choices from June might be on your mind as well. Specifically mid-June, potentially. Okay. King of Swords as well coming out is a bonus card. You might find yourself feeling very knowledgeable on that note, feeling as if you have learned so much along the way, as well trying to gain more knowledge on whatever it is that you need to, whatever subjects pertain most for your career. Feeling as if, for some of you, new career choices and options are forcing you to kind of gain that new knowledge. Feeling at times a little bit over serious because things are overwhelming. Feeling like things like flowing at you, like I just never expected this. This is a lot to handle. Three of Pentacles to begin the 6-card spread. People are noticing you. People are noticing me. It feels good. It's as if, you know, not just people within your work environment are seeing the progress you're making, the efforts you're putting forth, but people are seeing you from a different perspective and a different light outside of that category. You know, people seeing you as a stronger, wiser individual, and it's kind of building your confidence within your work environment, you know, as you sort of make choices and try to sort this and that out. How am I going to proceed? You kind of being like, okay, this is all good. You know, I like the attention to a certain extent most of the time, but then it's you sort of being more future oriented once you get yourself out of thinking about these past decisions and mistakes and whatnot, and being like, all right, well, how am I going to proceed? What are my next few steps? Who do I actually share this with? Right? A lot of these questions flowing over you as this attention, to say the least, is something you did not expect. right? Feeling as if it's a long time coming. People expecting less from you, or just not seeing the work you put in, or you at times feeling overlooked in the work environment, or people not kind of giving you the credit you deserve, right? It's those of you who work on social media, online, feeling as if it doesn't really get the attention it deserves most of the time, and all of which is just kind of taking a complete 360 in a positive direction. Same applies in a work environment, an office setting, or whatever the case may be, or even if you're an entrepreneur in a different sense, feeling as if people are noticing you, sales are going up, things are starting to pan out, and it's like all of the meanwhile, your mind's racing, you're speaking quickly. Let's just try to slow it down a bit, right? You should feel calm and at ease with the fact that everything's starting to work in your favor. Beautiful. And as I look at the card, I know it's obviously the Three of Pentacles, but Spirit goes 1, 2, 3. It being kind of you counting things out, sorting through money, sorting through sales, or just the number 3 being quite significant, which is all about self-improvement, growing, spiritual connection as well. We're moving on to the Magician. You will find moving forward, if you haven't already, that your mindset is truly powerful and effective these days. You know, again, whether you're focusing on the negatives to the point where you could potentially bring some of those negativities back into your situation that have already sort of dissipated, or you finding that on more of a relevant side moving forward, that you focus on the positives, you stay optimistic, you do what you have to do and just kind of take those steps in the right direction, and that's called manifesting. You know, you finding that it's really easy to manifest all you desire as long as you stay optimistic and work towards it. At times, a lot of people forgetting that taking those first few steps is also key. Gemini's like, I'm not afraid to put in the work. I have been for a while, and again, it's usually overlooked, but this is so unexpected. As you sort of think about something and desire it, actually believe it's going to happen, and start to work towards it, and everything starts to fall into place. Well, damn, I'm a Gemini, I could do this. Feeling as if at this time, or if not yet, moving forward, you'll find that the possibilities are truly endless, as Spirit in the universe is kind of continuously reminding you that you're on the right track, or that you're doing the right things to kind of alter things in a different direction, right? Reminding you that you have that ultimate success down the line or on the horizon. Wow. Some of you working with magic with your job, on an interesting specific side note. Judgment. All the meanwhile, you find that it's getting easier and easier to get your voice out there, as I sort of find myself shouting a little bit louder, speaking a bit louder, as you release old habits, old ways of being, mentally and just in general within your work environment, finding that you're releasing at times an old version of you, right? And your work, your financial improvements, all of which tie into the way things are improving for you in a personal level. You finding that you're changing in a dramatic way, but for the better. At times, people around you, whether it's in the work environment or in life in general, find it a bit difficult to grasp it. But I'm hearing slow it down. Slow it down. It's exciting, and you didn't expect all of the success and abundance and financial improvement in all, you know, kind of tying into the changes once again as an individual. But don't let it overwhelm you. You know, it feels like at times you are overwhelmed, but it's kind of that, yes, I'm excited, it's happening, it's all happening, I want to put in more effort, I want to do this, I want to do, all right, just kind of take a deep breath, you know, sort through your thoughts, figure out what you truly want moving forward. And at times, I'm now hearing quality over quantity, you know, not needing to kind of overdo it, over exude yourself, or just overwhelm other people around you potentially in order to achieve what you want. Remembering that you can manifest it, you can just kind of make it happen in a more simplistic way. You got this. Four of Wands. Finding that as you move forward, you're being pushed by Spirit in the universe to take some time for yourself to celebrate all the successes that are coming to be, right? Forcing you to slow it down, as well, to kind of celebrate you, celebrate the new you coming to be, coming to light, the improvements you're making with yourself, with your career and your finances, feeling as if things are just kind of flowing a bit more naturally, a bit more smoothly, so you don't need to force it like we were talking about. You don't need to kind of overdo it in any way, shape, or form. You take a moment, you stop and you think about it, and you're like, things are starting to work out for me once again. I got this. I didn't expect this, but wow. And Spirit's saying it's just the beginning, right? As people continue to notice you, you get together with friends, you get together with acquaintances or family members, and they're like, I see a different side of you coming to light, or I noticed this post you put up about your work, or I noticed this work that you produced. In all the meanwhile, you get a message from your boss or a coworker or somebody else noticing you for the work you're producing or the hard work you're putting in, or something good, excuse me, an important message comes in regards to your finances, approving you for this or that, or simply giving you a heads up about your finances, interesting, or an advancement towards something you're trying to achieve, whether it's a promotion or a loan, an approval of some sort, feeling as if everything's just kind of working out at a rapid pace, but finding that the celebration, the taking time to celebrate you and all that's coming to be, enjoying yourself, it helps to slow things down just a little bit, even though the progress is still happening rapidly. And then we have the Page of Wands. Coming through in a kind of a similar way, like the Judgment card, it's like you have to sort of release certain frustrations, certain difficulties that have come to be, along with the old version of yourself. Finding that certain people and situations within your work environment will kind of rub you the wrong way a little bit at times, but then you're like, I got this. Who cares? Screw that. I'm gonna let it go, right? At times, certain energies making you a little bit anxious, but finding all the meanwhile, you need to kind of release that over kind of built up energy, that anxiety, and just let it all go so that you can have an optimistic mindset and manifest all you desire. Remembering that even when you're anxious, you manifest. Your mind is truly powerful, right? And then moving on to the last and final card, we have the King of Pentacles. You will find that all the great things that we've been speaking upon in this reading, the success, the progress, the changes, from you as an individual and within the two categories, leaves you feeling more confident. You now start to take a kind of a seat back, in a sense, a more relaxed approach, feeling like, all right, I can manifest in this way too. I can make this happen as I wish, right? Releasing the kind of old sort of forced or hectic approach or overly controlled way of being within your work environment or dealing with your finances in general. Making decisions, and you find that that is equally as, if not more so, successful, and you feel less depleted in the process, less anxious. And it all just reminds you, as you sort of take time to reflect on things, that I didn't expect this, but things are working out. Wow, Gemini. So if this reading was truly helpful, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to reach out for a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.